The opposition PNP is advocating for rule changes to make it easier for Jamaicans abroad to serve in Parliament locally. That position despite a recent recommendation to restrict parliamentary seats to solely Jamaican citizens. Here's Ramon Gordon with more.
Opposition leader Ramon Gordon is pushing for a review of rules to enable more Jamaicans living abroad to participate in public representation. This follows the Constitution Reform Committee's recent recommendation that only Jamaican citizens and not those with dual citizenship should sit in the country's parliament. Gordon lobbied for inclusive policies on day 2 of the 10th Biennial Conference in St. James.
We are going through a process of looking at our Constitution, and part of that dialogue must involve a discussion on what it is to be a Jamaican. I personally am of the view that we can't take a myopic, insular approach to this, given the realities of who we are and that we're spread all over the world and how dependent we are on each other. Our rules around who can participate at whatever level, in my opinion, should reflect that reality and should be inclusive rather than discriminatory or exclusionary.
Gordon's call comes amid concerns about his dual citizenship and his apparent hesitation to relinquish his British passport. Other public officials, including Government Minister Matthew Samuda and the opposition's Julian Robinson, have faced similar scrutiny in recent weeks. Prime Minister Andrew Holness and the opposition leader both support allowing Diaspora members to serve in Parliament. However, their views diverge on the matter of dual citizenship and the pursuit of high office, such as Prime Minister and Leader of the Opposition. While the Prime Minister did not directly respond to Gordon's suggestion on Tuesday, he did take a moment to acknowledge the Diaspora for its contributions locally, particularly during the COVID pandemic.
I want to recognize and place on record the appreciation of the government for the tremendous support and contribution of the Diaspora. As mentioned by the Leader of the Opposition and Minister Johnson Smith, when tourism earnings fell off, went down to literally zero, it was the members of the Diaspora that shared their income with their Jamaican family.
Meanwhile, for the first time in the island's history, Jamaica has retained $5.1 billion in reserves.
The size of the reserve acts as a protection for your foreign exchange rate. You have all of this reserve and look at all the problems in the country. The moment you don't have the reserve is the moment you have problems. So what has changed in Jamaica is that Jamaica is now building buffers and reserves.
Andrew Laidley for CVM News.